Hey guys, we're making some rigatoni, but this time it's going to have a little bit of a twist, and we're going to add some chicken to it. It's raining outside, and this is one of the little comfort foods that we're going to make. So the ingredients you're going to need a chicken breast, 8 ounces of rigatoni pasta, some cherry tomatoes halved if you want. I'm going to cheat on that. Some minced shallots, but because this is Tyler's dish, he doesn't like onions, so we're not putting those in. Garlic, tomato paste, salt, some red pepper flakes, black pepper, Parmesan cheese, and fresh basil. And then we're going to throw it all together and see where we go with it. Alright, so I've already started breaking down the chicken breast, and what I like to do is thin it out, make it little thinner strips, and put little horizontal cuts on it. Then once we get this done, we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to it, and we're going to stick it, flash it in our pan for a few minutes, and try and get a good little glaze on it. That should work. And that one needs to be a little thinner, I think. Okay. So, arbitrarily cut it how you like. This is what I like to do. Now, I don't like black pepper. Kids, we hardly ever use black pepper. We like the lemon pepper. It is a pepper taste with a hint of citrus. Okay. Now, alright, so we add a little bit of Celtic salt. And now we're going to move it to the pan where we will put some olive oil in the pan, and we'll throw this in and we'll get the frying process started. Alright. So, let me get my little wood here. So I've got it on medium heat, and I'm going to bring it up to temperature, and it'll take 3 or so minutes. And what we're going to do is just start lightly browning it before we start putting the rest of our ingredients in. This is probably a decent opportunity while we're waiting it to come up to speed that talk about a couple things. One is you'll hear me a lot. I apologize for that. What it is I've got a traumatic brain injury, and my mind is constantly racing on 2 and 3 and 4 different things to do. And so as it goes, my tongue starts getting tied because I'm literally having 3 or 4 different conversations in my head trying to figure out how to explain what I'm doing. And so the even though it's unprofessional, it is a space holder for me to stop and recollect my thoughts. It's a bad habit, and if anybody is planning on going to college or anything, just go ahead and break it now. Don't get in that especially with public speaking. This is just a little reminder for my daughter there behind the camera, so funny. That she'll start incorporating it into her life. Now, as the chicken, it's going to, like I said, we're not even a full minute in. It's going to take a few more minutes, and then we'll start adding the other ingredients, and this one will go pretty quick. It should only take about 35-40 minutes to make. Alright, so you can see we're starting to get a good braise on these chicken little chunks. I could have cut them a little bit thinner, but yeah, it'll be a surprise for Tyler. Anyway, 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to start adding in other ingredients with it as it continues to cook. And we're about there. Now remember, for those of you who don't cook chicken, those of you who do, it's common sense, but you know, you need to get an internal temperature of 160 because of salmonella, so on and so forth. I'm going to add just a drop more of oil. Alright, now I'm going to add some of my minced garlic. Add some tomato paste. I'm going to mix this around. Now you would typically start adding your onions in here too to caramelize, but as we said, Tyler don't like onions. Alright. It smells pretty good so far. Alright, now we're going to add some diced tomato. And I'm taking the cheap way out. I'm not dicing the tomato. I just got it out of the can. I'll wash my hands real quick. Alright. Let's see. Go ahead and get this going. Now with the salt, you can add to your taste liking, same way with the pepper. I think we're good for right now. Maybe towards the end I'll add a little more to it. Alright, so we've got that going pretty good. Next, where is it? Rigatoni. I'll take some rigatoni. This is about 12 ounces or so. And it's childproof. I'm going to add a little. Now, as we do that, I'll be getting some water to add into it here in a minute. Which is about right now. Alright, so you're going to hear some sizzling. No? I figured. Alright. We're going to cook this down. Use just enough water to cover the pasta, and some pasta will stick out. It's just the way it is. It will. It'll be fine. It doesn't have to be completely covered. We want to adjust our heat a little bit, and I'm going to add, now that I've got the water in there, add a little bit more tomato paste. Stir it in to thicken up the water, and Then we'll put a lid on the skillet here, and what we're going to do is let it reduce down, and the noodle, it'll be more al dente when we're done, but the chicken will be completely done, and we'll just have to garnish and then add a little garnishment to it, add a little cheese to it, be ready to eat. So let's let this reduce down some and see how we do. Alright, we're going to add a little bit, Remy, we're going to add a little bit more salt in there. I'm going to add a little bit more pepper. And now I'm going to add pepper flakes. Not a bunch. Last time I did that was making jerky, and whew,
Jesus.
lit us up.
2 entire bottles.
Yeah, I went a little too crazy with it, but it was fun. And then let me work this down in there a little better. And then I'll put the lid back on, and we're going to simmer, let this simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes or so. I might add a little bit more crushed red pepper seed in there. Just a hair. Just to make sure it's even throughout.
You're killing me here.
Just a hair. Alright, that's all we need. I don't want to set nobody on fire.
Yeah, you do.
Alright. Now let's let this reduce down and thicken up some more. Okay, we're 9 minutes into our 25-minute cook time, and I'm adding some basil. I just add a little bit in my hand and sprice it in just to give it a little extra oomph. And I'm just going to let it set it right there on top for a few seconds. Let it marinate. That's going to give some things. Now, if you want to add thyme, so on and so forth, you can. These herbs are really good as blood purifiers. They're good for, especially on cold, rainy days like today, to boost the body's immune system. I strongly suggest use as much herbs as possible. The fresher the better, but in winter, you know, you just don't have it. Pick them in the summer and cut them up real good, stick them in a, you know, and these things are great. You can save these. You can always chop them up real good, real fine, put them in a blender, whatever, and then put your herbs back in these little bottles and save them back, and you'll always have your herbs. But these bottles are great for keeping because you can keep reusing them. And give this a quick little stir. Now, some are saying, hey, you know, that heat's a little too high. It probably is, but I like to cook to where it's a little bit, it's not full heat, but it's not medium heat either, just in between, a little bit higher than the medium heat, and it really helps to coagulate the juices and get the noodles done much quicker. So, as soon as this is finished up, we'll show you the end results. Alright, so we've cooked the sauce down. You can see it's reduced down pretty good. Our noodles, pretty al dente, and our chicken. Well, let me test one real quick, because I don't want to lie to you, but it looks to be done. And it is done. I don't know if you can see that or not. Nah, probably not. Anyway, it's done. Alright, now let's give this a good old-fashioned taste. Alright, so now And here's an afterthought. If you want to go the extra mile, after you put your Parmesan cheese on, you can stick it in the oven for about a minute or two to get that to crust on there, and then you have a good crust. But let's see if this is any count. Here you go, Tyler. You can give it a taste.
1 second. Ugh. There we go. Yeah, it's good to me.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, that chicken's done perfect.
Okay, great, because I didn't get a piece of chicken.
You want a piece?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Feel
hot.
free to add a little bit more salt for those of you who are heavy on salt. If you need pepper, pepper is fine. That's one of the reasons why we use lemon pepper, is because you can taste the pepper so much better. I think it's good, so go ahead and give the recipe a try. Let us know how you like it. Leave a comment or so that you've tried it. Feel free to help us out. Share, like, subscribe. Share it with friends. Let them view. The better the views, the more that we'll be able to make longer videos to put out there for you. And enjoy.